Hello and welcome to another episode of Mono Story. Have you ever wondered if a series is nostalgia bait, meaning that you only like it because you saw it when you were a child? Well, that might be the case for Dragon Ball, a series that is very important to a lot of people because they did watch it as a kid and they view it in the eyes when they were once children. And so we will be discussing that topic today. Dragon Ball is a story about a boy by the name of Goku who came to the planet Earth from the planet Vegeta. He meets up with a girl by the name of Bulma, and he and Bulma go on a search for these things called Dragon Balls, where if you collect all 7, you are granted one wish. And from there it follows his story as he fights more and more stronger enemies, as well as he is getting stronger and stronger, and he's also having a family in the story. Now we need to ask ourselves, is Dragon Ball nostalgia bait? And the answer is no. Why? Because the story is very good and it has a lot of witty dialogue, funny moments, but also serious moments. I mean, you could name so many moments like the "It's over 9,000" and the Captain Ginyu turning into a frog. I mean, there are so many moments in the story of Dragon Ball that you can literally quote and everyone will understand you who had watched it as a child. So now that begs the question, why is it maybe difficult for people to watch it when they get older compared to when they were children? The first problem that Dragon Ball suffers from is power scaling. So in the original Dragon Ball, Goku is at his very weakest as a child as he is getting stronger and stronger. But as we get through, let's say, to Dragon Ball Z and the Frieza saga, the Cell saga, even the Buu saga, the enemies are so strong because they have to keep up with Goku's power level that other characters cannot keep up with them. So characters like Krillin and Master Roshi, who originally in Dragon Ball were very strong, are now just subtle, funny characters used for comic relief. Even Yamcha has been memed on forever. Everyone knows that Yamcha's the useless character. He got his girlfriend stolen, crying out loud. So let's just point that out too, you know. So these sorts of problems make your characters that you originally were the better characters in the story now weaker and less prominent in the story. So the writing of the story has to keep introducing new characters to keep up with the everlasting new enemies, and that means that we are constantly experiencing new characters and emotions and developments with them, but not continuing with our old sentimental characters that we grew up with. And it also means we have to keep remembering these new names, new abilities and everything like that. And I have nothing wrong with new abilities and new names. I'm just saying that you just can't remove the older characters who built that story from the ground and are still very popular to this day. Except for Yamcha. No one cares about Yamcha. Go play baseball. The second problem that Dragon Ball suffers from is not actually the story itself, but it's from the producer Toei, who makes these stories last longer when they are made into anime. So let's say a chapter is 1 episode, they will maybe make that one chapter into, let's say, 3 episodes and add things such as backstory that we've already seen, extra filler dialogues, and padding of the start and end song, so that therefore there is actually less new content. And that means that fights that would originally have been, let's say, 1 to 2 volumes, or maybe even 1 volume, are now 3 to 4 times that amount. So you're looking at maybe 10 to 20 episodes of just them fight, if not longer. And if you add that there's more than one fight in that one scene, then you're looking at maybe 50 episodes where one person's just fighting another person, and that can get monotonous and just pointless. And so that is also another factor that has made Dragon Ball a less desirable show to watch over time, as it has become more a filler sort of story. In conclusion, I think that again, Dragon Ball is not nostalgia bait, but rather is dealing with problems of its past, such as power scaling, which is a huge problem in modern shonen as well, and the impact of Toei on the production of the series. That being said, I still believe that Dragon Ball is one of the best series out there in both manga and anime, however you want to consume it. That will be all for today, I think. And if you haven't already, like, subscribe, and press the bell button, please do so. And I will catch you on another Mono Story.